ULTI.TV. So finally got the commentary working after I've been talking into a dead mic for the first 4 points. Seen a good start by both teams. GB just levelling it up at 2-all. Hoivu, offensive handler at the moment. Warwick Shepherd goes to the end zone. Cal Spillman getting a little bit of space there. Warwick Shepherd finds the disc again. Warwick Shepherd having a lot of impact early, tries this one downfield. Number 7 with great defensive positioning there for GB. Knocks this one for the turf. And now Mondays have got to play D, and GB have a shot at O. It's been a long hot day here at Sakai, Japan. And the temperature's starting to drop a little bit, but the wind is still up. Throw out into a lot of space there. A lot of wheels there shown by the GB handler, tracking that one down. Great dump defense there, and the disc goes up. Warwick Shepherd attempting to get that one. Nice read though by number 10. He puts it up. Tegan Snedden loses the disc but manages to knock it down. Great play there. Losing that disc but finding it in the end. The Mondays get the turn after some heads-up play there. So JD going back for the disc for the Mondays, going to pick it up. The old general, he's nearly 40 these days, but he's still mixing it with everyone and finding a lot of the disc, as we see here, face that backhand. He's got a big backhand throw. As you can see, very skillful thrower. So a nice dump there, and JD ends up with the disc again. Dumps straight away to Hoy, who throws to Warwick Shepherd, and there's GB players poaching off everywhere as Tegan Snedden finds herself marked by a girl. The Mondays are having fun with his defense at the moment, as Callan Spillman just seems to be running away from his defender at ease, and a nice bid there by the GB defender, number 10, and Warwick Shepherd tries the huck again, but this one falls to the turf again. So GB, another shot at offense, 32 in space, working for the offense, and a foul on the throw by the looks of it. JD going to pick the disc up and gives it back to the handler. Uncontested throw coming in on 0. He points to someone in the stack and is possibly marshalling the troops, the old general. Disc gets tapped in. Hoivu on the dump, does a great job shutting it down. Number 7 finds the disc for GB, bailing out the offense. That disc floats up in the air. Great grab though by one of the girls, and the disc goes back. Callan looking very tall and muscly there. Wonder if he's been in the gym. So the disc gets tapped in. GB keep the disc. Oh, pressure on the dump. Number 10 comes back and saves the disc for GB. Great Britain doing a great job of picking up the scraps at the moment. Number 3 fakes and seems to get away from Cal very easily there with his fakes. And the GB, number 10, nods to someone. An inside-out break. 7 fakes the throw. Faking, puts up a floaty one, it floats. John Darmanian brings it down for the Mondays, and he calls the timeout once he has a look at the offense, which is spread out everywhere. So just about to come back in, a 5 wide horizontal here, very interesting. Normally it's 4 wide, but we're going 5 wide with Warwick Shepherd in the middle and Callan Spillman on the far sideline. Interesting call. Wonder what the plan is here and who the Mondays are going to try and involve on this O. Cal Spillman goes deep straight off the bat from the far side, and Hoivu manages to track that one. Nice catch there by, I think that's Beck Carmen. Nice cut there by Tegan Snedden. JD gets a quick dump there, and JD goes outside in to Warwick Shepherd down the field, and Warwick Shepherd catches it and nonchalantly spikes the disc with his left hand. Australia 3-2. Talking about Dan Rule earlier, he could be one of the, or possibly is one of the best players in Australia. Still a young guy, only 22 or 23 or something. He's got a body like a 30-year-old man though, very, very broad across the shoulders. We see lots of these Mondays very, very big as well. And there's a hark to a very, very quick number 8. Just out in front. Mortimer taps it in. Nice low release, floating that one under the mark. James Lay, another Canberran. Dumps the disc off to DK, David Knight. And it looks like a pick call, but DK will keep the disc. Disc gets tapped in. A couple of really quick girls out there for the Mondays. James Lay goes up the line and physically beats his man and catches it, even though it got snagged by one of the British defenders. Number 24 gets a hand in there, and it gets a nice block for GB. GB get the disc back and have another shot here after that miscued huck. David Knight being isolated again on D, number 31 this time. The greatest attempt. Doesn't come back in. Apologies from the thrower. So Mortimer, after that beautiful break throw last time around. See a lot of poaching by the GB women here. Lacey Moore, Nee Jarrett, catching that disc. Nice throw into the middle there. I think that's Keto, the newly married Mrs. Hempel. Oh, nice catch there by 24 on the D. GB get the disc back. Nice hops there by 27 to bring that one under control. Another outside into a very stylish looking number 13 there with the singlet tee. And this is tapped in quickly. Very firm pass there to a sure-handed 24 who just catches that like she catches lasers all day long. And oh, another great catch by 27. Pick call by the Australians. So 24 will get the disc back. Cupcakes with some useless information. Nice break by 24. And another nice break out into space. Number 80 for the score. GB level it up 3-all in this Ashes rematch. So GB on D. This wind still blowing quite strongly. Going from the bottom of your screen to your top of your screen. And that pull, rather flat, lands pretty much at the brick mark and then rolls. Mrs. Warwick's size 23 outstretched boot. If it's not 23, well, it's got to be close. Rory Shepherd finding the disc, as he's been wont to do. Tegan Snedden takes a bit of contact there by one of the GB defenders. John Miney or something, I don't know. We'll know him as JD. There's a foul call here on the mark. So this gets tapped in. JD goes outside in with a forehand. Nice bid, but Lucy Stevenson's, by the looks of things, pulls it down for Australia, and they go up 4-3 and hold the offensive point. There's been a lot of talk about these artificial fields. Lou Fernside walked onto the field, got all the way over here, and hadn't realised that the fields were actually artificial. They're a very complex blend of rubber and a few other things. Apparently supposed to reduce grass burn, but you see some of the players starting to sport compression garments. A nice huck going up, well read. It's called not in. Number 9 with it, dumps it off to 21. 21 breaks, almost breaks, holsters the throw. Throws out into space, number 8. TLB, it's Tim Lindsay Brown bidding across the throw there. He bids a lot for any player really, and clearly looking to protect himself as in this long tournament. And a foul call. So an uncontested foul as TLB decides that the GB call was right. So number 8 with a disc goes to break again. TLB covers it well with a layout, and there's another call in the stack. Pick call. Number 8 with a disc. Throws the offhand break. Very nice throw there. Number 80 calls the foul on Tom Toulette. So the disc coming in, attempts to break, and another call. And Tom Toulette just keeps uncontesting it and letting it come in. This one falls, starts to blade backwards, but GB get it into the break side after many attempts and quite a few calls there. So 4 all, 31 minutes gone. So GB hold their O point in the last point there. Very even match this far. Score being 4 all. Here's the pull. It's a nice looking pull. It's going to sit up in the breeze. Gets down to just short of the end zone line. Actually bladed a little bit at the end there, going not quite as far as I was expecting. JD with a very good looking throw, but it goes up and gets D'd by one of the jumping GB girls. So Diskin coming on 3. One of the GB players choking on something there by the looks of it. Outside in to the far side. JD manages to keep his feet. Engages the dump. 17 goes up the line. It blades badly. And a call by number 17. So the turn is going to stand, the call is retracted. And JD going to pick up the disc for the Barramundis. Looks like this game is going to be a very slow game. Warwick Shepherd hitting the end zone. This one falls out the back though. And the Barramundis turn it over on the first pass. Number 17 bringing the disc in, who was involved in that discussion with Hoi Vu earlier. Callan goes, marks the player up the line. Immediately gets a deep cut, and this one's put a long way out in front. Callan Spillman gets up high. It bobbles around and falls to the turf. And there's no call in the field. Callan Spillman immediately going to the end zone. Hoi Vu picks up the disc. 2 players go with Callan. 2 girls though. And the boys looking to work it, and a call on the field. So the disc is in to Lucy, goes to Warwick Shepherd, who toes it in, makes up his ground, plants the pivot and puts it to JD. JD looks off the throw to Hoi Vu and then puts it to Tegan Snedden in the end zone, who wasn't quite expecting it. And this one goes out the back as the nuggety bricklayer wails away. So 17 for GB bringing the disc up, seems to be their main handler. Number 5 getting a little bit of separation there, and then continues his cut down the field. It's going outside in. Callan Spillman gets it, macks it, and then catches it, all in the same action. Hoi Vu to this sideline, catches that swing pass. Always that swing pass in danger of popping up. A nice D there by number 32 from GB. Oh, and it pops out of the receiver's hands, number 5. And Warwick Shepherd goes with the hammer. Oh, and a heavy hit there. So Warwick Shepherd taps the disc in, and this one goes to an open space, but Tegan Snedden calls a foul as one of the GB players reaches in there. So it's Tegan Snedden with the disc after that foul call. Looks for the dump. JD has since disappeared. Dumps to JD, gets a good dump off, and a call on the field. So the 2 players slap hands. They've reached an understanding on what happened. So 55 taps it in. John Day, I can't say his last name. JD throws to Cal Spillman for the score. This point ends at 5-4. So Mortimer pulling for the Aussies. This one rolls and heads out of bounds, which will allow the defense to set up while the GB player finds the disc in amongst the kit bags. Mortimer yelling at one of his teammates, not sure what was the deal there. It just looks like a standard Pommy zone, but GB breaks it pretty handily there. And outside in throw, Gavin Moore has misread it, and GB score quickly after that eternal point last time. GB turn around and answer very, very quickly. Thanks to the GB players, they helped me out a little bit with names here. I'm having to stick with numbers for the most part though, seeing that I don't know many of the players. First impressions, they look like a very skillful mixed team. Hoi Vu getting it for the Australians. Speaking of skillful, John, I can't attempt his last name, JD, throwing to Kendall Thorne. Another very quick point. The Australians back on the right side of the scorecard, punching that one in 6-5 with a very, very nice throw by the general. So Kendall Thorne getting himself another point here on defense after he caught that offensive score, and now we get to see what GB can bring. A very nice pass there, and the wind controlling that one well as the wind continues to gust away. Number 8 seems to be a very smiley man, number 8. He was giving a big grin at some of my comments earlier. It's good to see smiles on the sideline. Works the wall with a few fakes and then gets a bit of a give go and then pierces the wall, but it goes to no one, and Kendall Thorne catches it. A swing to James Lay. No deep cuts. Kendall Thorne working hard against his man. Throw goes to Kendall Thorne. 2 players going deep. This Huck falling to the ground though, unable to connect with Lacey Moore. GB, chance on O. One of the girls picks it up, throws it to number 8, Mr. Smiley, as I was calling him. He goes with the offhand, he holds it in the left and then tries to break with the right. The Australian wall holds strong and then gives it to one of the girls who manages to break the wall. Nice movement there, great movement by GB, moving quickly. And number 8 works inside James Lay, piercing the wall again. One goes down, and Kendall Thorne waving for a slow turn again. Sarah Middleton walks over the disc, leaving it for James Lay. James Lay picks up the disc. James Lay bouncing on that pivot foot, throws to Lacey Moore. One of the, she used to be a firetail, and then she had kids, if I've got my history right. Throw to James Lay, who snags it with his left hand. Great catch there and great ability. Throw out to Middleton, who misreads it, and it falls to the ground. GB getting a turn here in great position. About 18, 19 metres out from the end zone. Hammer goes up. It turns over horribly though in the breeze and falls to the ground. The Australians get the disc right back again. Mortimer moves quick for Lay. Gets the disc. Quick pass. Bit of body on the mark. Mortimer gets it, throws an outside in. Twiggy with a great grab. Great play by Kendall Thorne, keeping the Aussies in this and not allowing another turn. James Lay gets it. James Lay in the middle of the field, great position to be in. Lacey Moore getting on her knees to catch that and save the Aussies. The Aussies are working hard for each other right now. Nice backhand to Mortimer, who goes low again to the end zone. The Aussies break Great Britain for 7-5. A great O point there. Several big plays. Kendall Thorne with a massive layout grab. So I've just snagged Emma from the sideline. Just want to grab Emma's mic and see if it's working. Now we've seen a good game so far, Emma. It's been a little bit slow in patches and very, very quick in others. Wow, nice bit of history there. Nick Wong, yeah, he's been doing a great job at handling. So Nick Wong with the disc. Oh, a bit of contact with the wall there. And he's still got the disc at stall 7. Offhand throw. Kendall Thorne takes it away when a great defensive play. Kendall Thorne stepping up right now, and I missed the layout by Warwick. The Mundies cough it up again. So, oh, and this one falls to the turf as well. The Mundies turn it over. Tim Lindsay-Brown picks it up straight away. Kendall Thorne to Tom Tillett. Tom Tillett holds onto the disc and allows the offense to set up. Number 4 for Australia. I can't actually see who that is. Tom Tillett gets the reset and he finds himself, oh, in a D. We've got a whole heap of tall Australian and Great Britain players standing in front of us, so we can hardly see over here. The Australians go to their zone. I think they sniff something with his zone. They think they've got a chance here. Tim Lindsay-Brown on the mark. This throw goes into space. Wong catches it, throws it to 31. Mark Davin. So Wong with some great movement there. Number 70. Whitehouse with the disc to Tash, to Wong. Wong with the disc. It is a very tough crosswind. Clearly, Wong is clearly trying to take control of the offense, and I think that's a really good idea by him. Whoa, and an attempted bullet pass to the receiver, number 9 there. Jackie, incomplete, it goes to the turf. Like we said, tough cross breeze, and the Mundies get the disc back. What was that? Kendall Thorne hits the end zone. This one might drop short. Kendall Thorne takes it away, throws quickly to Gavin Moore, and the Mundies with another break, going up 8-5. Funny stories from Worlds. Merrick introducing himself to a Polish player. Marek. That's great. It's a bit of culture. Love a bit of culture. Love seeing all these different countries, different ways of playing Ultimate. And right now we've got two contrasting styles on display: the Australians and Great Britain. So, what we affectionately call the Pommy Zone back in Australia, after the English destroyed us at One Worlds with it. Clearly, it's still seeing good use in Australia. It's the zone of choice. Gets us another turn. So James Lay with the disc, inside out to Warwick Shepherd, who goes to knees, can't get it in. And there's a call on the field, Mortimer. Well, in Wolfdorf, pick means stop, so if it was called before the throw, it should go back. If the disc was in the air, the turn should stand, so we'll let the Frisbee gods deliberate on that one. Warwick Shepherd with the disc. No, it's not Warwick Shepherd, that's... no, it is. No, it isn't. I think it's Gavin Moore. Wow, I've been calling Gavin Moore Warwick Shepherd. They look very, very similar. Mortimer. See GB now having to contend against our, the Australians, Pommy Zone rather, sorry. The Great Britain have had some interesting looks at this and have so far struggled to find a reliable answer. They've had a few breaks just like that, but they're struggling to string that pass together. Mortimer with a play call. Darwin was the call. Max up and a foul call on the throw. So Mortimer and Merrick on the D. So number 4 from Australia gets it. Good defense by Merrick. Mortimer getting shut down on the dump. Well, it gets overrun by 55 and a call. Rich Hims. Rich was kind enough to supply us with some names in one of the breaks, so that was very kind of him. And there's another call on the field. Rich Hines and James Lay having a bit of a chat about, what's that? Yeah, this one going to the end zone. Merrick for no score, he was out. In Australia, it gets cold, but not too damn cold. So we stick with outdoor for even through the colder months. Lacey Moore with the disc to the hubby Gavin Moore. James Lay with the disc dumps to Mindy or Lacey. I can't tell, they look similar. Nice throw by Lay there. As we see the stylish number 13 on the mark. Moore to Lay. James Lay throws to the middle to Lacey Jarrett, who loses her footing slightly and throws out to the Greek Meat. Greek Meat gets the disc back on the pop, tries to work, and we see the Poms throwing a Pommy zone. Lacey Moore, however, it works. The Poms they know how to do their own. They know how to do their own zone. Nice bid there by Mortimer, and a great D by Lacey Moore, making. Lay picks it up, Mortimer, and Moore hits the end zone. Mortimer, nice pressure there by one of the GB women. Fran knocking over the Greek Meat. Maybe like a Greek sculpture, maybe, the Greek Meat. And now there's another call on the field. So just coming in on 0. James Lay making the play call. The Greek Meat hitting the break with a nice throw from James Lay. Down the line to Gavin Moore, who tracks that thing down and throws a horrendous throw that's up in the air, and pretty much every player on the field is under that. And the disc falls to the ground. No calls. Merrick picking it up for GB. And another call on the field. Disc is tapped in. Merrick with a floaty throw to in between 2 GB players. Hines ends up picking it up. And the Australians throw the Pommy zone again. Nice throw there through the middle to the stylish number 13. Ange, very stylish with the singlet tee. I like it, especially in this hot Sakai weather. Merrick, physio tape to tape the sleeves up. Love it. And here's Ange in the end zone, making with a very stylish catch and a very stylish spike. GB claw one back to make an 8-6. So an outside in throw as this one rolls to the sideline. Tiger Webb picks it up after it's stopped by Lucy Moore by the looks of it. Lucy catching the disc, Lucy being an O-handler these days, to JD. JD with the disc goes over the top of the wall with a nice throw. JD picks up the disc on the way through. JD goes to Tiger Webb, back to JD. Tiger Webb, great disc movement by the 2 boys here. We see the East Coast and the West Coast of Australia combining. Lucy out here by herself, Canberra girl. Throws a nice throw there to Tiger. Tiger looks back to Lucy and then throws it to her. A nice throw out in front of JD. And oh, it was there to be had, wasn't it? And Australia score going taking half at 9-6. Hey, we're back from halftime. Emma's come back, so I mustn't have scared her too much in the first half. Good stuff. Water's very important. Keeps the voice going. Seems that Wong is a good last name to have if you're an Asian handler. Wong very talented with the disc. We see him here working against TLB. Nice pivot. Very, very smooth that. See Tash. Yeah, Merrick with a nice throw around the wing. Merrick goes for the dump, gets it. Merrick being his last name before we think of anything else, to Tash. Tash doing a great job in the middle of the field. Wong gets it under Tim Lindsay Brown. Wong with the disc, has a bit of a point, throws a nice fake, goes to the offhand with a quick backhand and an uncontested stall. And Cupcake's going to pick this one up for Australia. So Tom picks it up and then jams a big backhand to Kendall Thorne, who takes up position and takes a good grab there. But he goes down. He hit the hard turf very, very hard. We hope he's okay. Looks to be a rolled ankle. He's hopping off the field right now. So an interesting sub here. JD coming on for the injured Kendall Thorne. No, two opposites here. Gavin Moore catches the goal. The rangy, very, very skinny Kendall Thorne going off for the nuggety bricklayer JD. Just having a conversation about badgers and wombats, stories of both creatures writing off cars. Yes, nuggety. Great word you can take back to England. Then that went around the pole cam. Who pulled that? Cupcake pulled that. I think we need to give Cupcake a prize for completing the first pass around the pole cam. We discussed it briefly in the pre-tour about whether we're going to do something. Merrick with a disc looking, the Australian wall looking very solid. Wong to Tash. Tash can't get it under control. Tim Lindsay Brown goes quick with a quick turn. Merrick finds himself on one of the Australian girls, and Cupcakes takes a big jump into the end zone and then spikes the disc. Australia starting to gather some momentum here, Emma. Is it time for a GB timeout? Matty Sang, shout out to the Fury coach. 7 years in the job and 6 national championships in a row. Clearly a good coach with a lot of talented players. Mortimer, speaking of talented players, Mortimer, he's been around for years but still competing at the top level. GB having to work against this pommy zone again. The Australia's sticking with it. That one floats up in the air. Jamie Cross, he does have a very impressive mustache. It even has a beard underneath the mustache, which is amazing. I don't think you can get a manlier facial hair set than that. A very nice guy too. We're talking to him on the sideline here. We have a bit of a call. I'm not sure if Adam and Mortimer has played in the Masters team. I think he might be eligible though. This disc gets dumped off to Tash, is that? Mara looks very similar to Tash and has just as good disc skills. A nice throw around the wing there to Bex, and Bex goes with a huck. Gavin Moore reads this one though. He got chipped last time, and Zook giving a lot of attention there to the Aussie girl with the disc. We have a call on the field. Oh no, and this one goes up in the air. Cross getting right up there and getting that disc down. He's a very tall, rangy guy. You see him with the disc over the top of Mortimer's head by a good couple of inches. He is not nuggety. He would be what we would call a whippet back home. Very, very skinny. You can see his ribs when he takes his shirt off. You can count them all. Nice outside in throw there by Cross. Nice by Soup. Nice flow by GB. Francesca in the end zone. Great flow by GB. That is exactly what they're capable of. Getting through that Australian zone with relative ease there. So time cap should be in about 13 minutes from now, roughly. We don't have the official time. We've only got our stopwatch. Wade is going to be pulling for GB. Just talking about ancient history and team dynamics, it seems that GB has a very similar dynamic to Australia. Getting a couple of older players on the team to lead. We see the English throwing a Pommy zone right now. Great to see the Poms doing what they're named for, or pulling a tactic that they're named for. Hoy with a throw to Beck Carmen, I think, around the wall. JD looks off the swing and then throws to Hoy downfield. Hoy goes to Cal Spillman. Cal Spillman to JD. That disc almost drops, and JD kind of stumbles out of bounds before coming back and making up his ground. Oh, you're getting a culture lesson, aren't you? A bogan is someone who lives off the government pretty much, and government handouts, and drinks a lot of beer, gets around in done like this. Lucy Stevens in the middle for an Australia score as they work through that GB zone. So yes, it will be. We see Wong getting the disc, been a good handler thus far. A nice, an interesting wrinkle being thrown here. Tash to Wong, and he points to one of the guys. Wong drops the disc down and creates a bit of disc space there. Nice throw by Tash through the middle. A throw to the far side to Jen. Jen has a look. Tash is in a lot of space here. Toff of the Greek meat on the mark, running hard. The temperatures drop nicely here, Tash. It's quite comfortable out here. Apart from the wind, great alternate weather. Another great throw. Oh no. Ah, cool. I thought it was just for style and fashion. Oh, Lacey Moore. Oh no, almost misreads it. A dump to Tiger Webb. Best short to intermediate range throws in Australia. Throws to the Greek meat, and travel call there by Merrick. So the Greek meat makes the play call. Throws to an open number 4 out there. Tiger Webb stamps the foot but doesn't mark. Lacey Moore goes up the line, and wow, what a beautiful short range throw from Tiger Webb. Maybe he's close. That is a very tricky throw. You see, that was absolutely perfect though. Set up nicely as two of the girls have a bit of a discussion about disc space. Lacey Moore throws the fake. Disc is counted in again after that missed one the first time. Nice read there by number 15. I don't know her name, unfortunately. GB playing some good D here. Wong poaching off there. Kendall Thorne back on the field after that injury. He looks okay, which is nice. Wow. Threads the needle to a wide open Mindy for the Australia score in a 13-7 lead. Have you ever ended up in the beer bracket at a hat tournament? How long have you been playing for? And you said you played clubs, but you have not played, so you played Worlds, but not a hat tournament. Oh my lord. Hat tournaments are big in Australia, especially the Turgle Towel beach hat tournament. Brilliant, brilliant. Lovely, lovely beach. You get to play with some of the best players in Australia. And speaking of good players, Cross. Would you say Cross is one of the better players on this Great Britain team? So So David Knight getting free. He's got a very, very rangy kind of wristy throwing action. Ange and Keto, Mrs. Hempel, recently married. John, the hubby, is walking around on the sideline. John, the best TD in Australia. Floating disc, David Knight gets a hand on it. Yeah, that was a really good D there. Who is that? Richard Coward, nickname. David Knight, quick dump to Mortimer, who breaks inside out. Gavin Moore hits the turf, knee down, and doesn't get it. Merrick throws a quick one to cross the with the Manly facial hair. Handling back for GB, along with Merrick, who played Masters in Vancouver. Oh, and a big bid there by James Lay. Can't get it. Jamie Cross takes a big step there and fakes that forehand. So this is a very interesting zone at the moment. Whoa, just past the outstretched fingers. Yeah, rushed past. There was a big opening there. Jamie Cross saw it, tried to go for it. Mortimer gets the dump, free arms. David Knight gets the continuation. And Merrick somehow ends up with a disc. The huck goes up. James Lay. Yeah, it's like it was aimed for him. Very, very springy. Jamie Coward goes a long way in the air, but a disc just sitting up there forever in this blustery Japanese wind. Yeah, it's always terrible when you do that. He got a long way up and he had everyone skied. James Lay goes outside in, but Merrick, the master, sees that angle and cuts it off. A great heads-up play there by Merrick. No, you cannot teach experience. You can't teach tall either, and he's got that too. So excuse me if I'm a little bit jealous over here. A dump pass to Cross. Cross gestures in. Cross keeps the disc and dumps to Cowie. Merrick fakes out DK. Merrick with the disc on the end zone line. Looking, dumps with a very nice throw. Cross to a very nice point by GB. That was a beautiful throw there by it was by Merrick, that lovely backhand there to just pop it into the receiver's path. Official time cap just went a minute and a half ago. We were 60 seconds out with our official time. It's just clicked over 100 minutes. So game to 15. Come on, D. Get on that pole. And that pull going nearly around the pole cam. He doesn't get a prize though. And JD camped underneath this one. He catches this one. He's a long way back in the end zone. GB playing the Pommy defense right now. 1-3-2-1. JD takes a step, fakes, and throws an interesting looking scuba that plops into Callan Spielman's lap. Bet Carmen, I don't know, but I want to meet him. Just like I wanted to meet the guy that Callahan is named after as well. He sounded like a cool dude. Love to buy him a beer and swap stories with him. He sounds like a really cool dude. But Tiger Webb is going to keep this one. Best short range to intermediate throws in Australia. Throws a short one to Lucy. Lucy, the factory handler, engages the dump, tries to dump, and calls no call on the field. The disc goes down. Shooter sleeves. We call them that. If you need a name for something, come to the Australians. We've got, and a lovely layout D by JD, I think. I think he got it. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, we are at Worlds, and clearly two Worlds caliber teams out here, not worrying about the wind too much. but with a Pommy defence on, your options are severely limited. Whoa, number 72 whiffs on that in, and JD puts up a high one. Nice D by number 12. Great hops there, getting a long way up in the air over the top of the skinny Kendall Thorne. Incredibly effective tactic. Lots of teams, all they learn is Pommy defense, and they can still win tournaments with it. A nice throw. Yeah, it's not too good outside the wind, which I'm trying to convince SA Ultimate of. A nice throw into the middle of the field. Another nice movement, quick movement to the corner. Nice movement by GB. We see quick disc movement, short range stuff. Great skills. So GB pulling an outside in. We see the wind really affecting that throw. It drops short. We've got both Gavin Moore and Warwick Shepherd on the field now, so this is going to test me. Phil on the chase. So you call it a chase, do you? Gets a turn. We call it the mark. Yeah, same but different. Jamie Cross with a disc. A lot of noise from the Australian sideline. Oh, and a nice block by Lucy Stephen getting in front. Tegan Snedden hitting the end zone. Gavin Moore elects not to throw it. Throw out to Hoi Vu for the score. Hoi Vu with a great layout score there, taking the Australians to 14. So Cupcakes with his distinctive pull style, you see him load those hips up, points his butt to where he's pulling to, and then tweaks his entire body through, yanking that disc a long way downfield. And they get the swing off. Wong gets it to Jen, back to Wong. Wong has been their main hope with the disc. Nice scuba fade. That was very smooth. The disc is dropped though. Tom Tillett picks it up quickly for Australia, and he gestures in, throws his low release forehand, gets the pop. Wong transitions onto Cupcakes. Tim Lindsay Brown gets it, he points to the end zone, and he puts it up for Tom Tillett for the score. And I believe that is game. I thought it was a pretty good game. Yeah. Well, the Australians, they created their luck. They punched in those turns early, and Great Britain firing on probably only 5 of their 8 cylinders, or 5 of their 6 cylinders. Not quite up to what we know they're capable of. Unfortunately, going down in this game 15-8.